Right, good afternoon and welcome to Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro Television. My name is Desmond Okrekudan, so it's a pleasure coming your way as we wrap up the working week today. And as we do always, we're until 2 p.m. to discuss pertinent issues regarding our country. Of course, Harriet Addy will be bringing us the news updates. Lots of interesting stories there she'll be sharing with us. And key amongst them will be that statement from the Clote Metropolitan Assembly. We'll tell you about that. And later on the show, after that, we'll be talking about Ghana's cocoa sector and what is happening in there. Because the Executive Secretary of the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana has warned that there's a deepening crisis marked by funding shortfalls, weak sales strategies, and all of that. We'll get to understand what exactly that means for our cocoa sector. And so these and many more will be sharing with you on the show. So do want to stay with us. We're live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana. Also, we're live on DSTV channel 277, 94.1 FM. On radio, you can listen to us live on there. Let's get into the updates now. And Harriet Addy is standing by, looking stunning this afternoon. Hi, Harriet.
Thank you very much, Desmond.
Yes, you good?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Great, I'm okay. We saw the Fugu trend, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, take us that way.
Well, let's take a look at what's coming up this bulletin. Some residents of Osu expressed varied reactions to the suspension of all burials at Osu Cemetery. The Kolekolote Municipal Assembly is, however, maintaining its stance on the burial ban. And Member of Parliament for Damango Samuel Abujinapo criticizes Mahama's administration over what he describes as a slow and ineffective rollout of government's flagship 24-hour economy policy nearly a year into its tenure. And later on the show, we'll sit with the president of the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana, Samuel Igumado, to assess the resilience of Ghana's cocoa value chain. This and many more coming up shortly. Now to our first story, the Clote Municipal Assembly has suspended all burials at the Osu Cemetery with immediate effect following revelations of illegal exhumation, desecration of human remains, and the unauthorized sale of burial plots. The decision was announced by the Municipal Chief Executive, Alfred Atto.
Burials at the Osu Cemetery are hereby put on hold. Will be put on hold in the next 2 months. This suspension applies to the general public. However, burial for indigents will be permitted under strictly controlled procedure to enhance monitoring and security arrangements at the Osu Cemetery. These measures are intended to prevent further illegal access, grave desecration, and unauthorized activities.
And away from that, the Member of Parliament for Damango, Samuel Abujinapo, has taken a swipe at the government over its 24-hour economy policy, describing it as a mere rhetoric and saying that after nearly a year in office, the flagship initiative has yet to materialize. He made the remarks on the floor of Parliament as the 24-hour economy report was laid for the second time.
The report says the second pillar centers on the development of supply chain and market systems, with emphasis on the provision of reliable energy security. Mr. Speaker, the report is telling this House and telling the country that the 24-hour authority is to be established to provide reliable energy security in order for us to have a 24-hour economy and create jobs for the youth of our country. Mr. Speaker, there is a whole ministry, the Ministry of Energy, whose whole mandate is to ensure reliable energy security. So, Mr. Speaker, the question again that the Ghanaian people will ask, that the unemployed youth will ask, do you need an authority in order to be able to establish a reliable energy security, to build a 24-hour economy, and to generate jobs for the unemployed youth of our country? Mr. Speaker, the clear answer is no. The whole point of the big push is to serve as a catalyst to address these things. So the 24-hour economy is not yet coming. It is already here being implemented. And Mr. Speaker, let me tell you this. There are contractors working under the big push who are currently working 24 hours to make sure that we meet these objectives. I can show you where they are. And the jobs we are talking about, the last time we were here, you said that the big push only creates menial jobs. When you have civil engineers, quantity surveyors, many people working for the rest of the big push project, you cannot say that the job of a civil engineer is not necessary.
Away from that, the Member of Parliament for Wa East, Dr. Godfred Seidu-Jeso, says inflation under the current government has improved significantly, describing the economic management as good and urging Ghanaians to keep faith in the government for even better results ahead. Now, speaking to Metro News, he also commended the Ghana Statistical Service for its consistency.
Is that inflation is coming down. And every Ghanaian that you speak to have experienced that in one way or the other. Inflation, if you say reduction in inflation, is the rate at which price increases is slowing down. And that the increasing rate we used to witness is now a slowing rate. And so you can go and the typical purchases you make, you can see that reflection. The petrol that I bought on the 1st of January at about 9 cedis or so liter per Ghana cedis per liter, it's the same, around the same rate. You just have some pesos reducing here and there. So we are simply saying that the rate at which the price increment was witnessed is being reduced, and is reduced since this new government took over from 23% to now 3.8%. Statistical Service have been consistent in this. So not just this, food price inflation is a heavy component of the inflation basket, and that it has been coming down is one of the reasons for the drawdown. There's big push. Transport is a big deal in the food price, in the inflation calculations. And so there's a lot of road works that are going on, and also a lot of hope that the big push is bringing in. So that changes human behavior. And these have a reflection on prices of commodities that we witness. So I think we should rather just encourage government to go on this path and hold government accountable.
And to other news, the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dominic Ayine, has rejected allegations that his office is cutting deals with individuals under investigation under the Operation Recover All Loot initiative. He made a comment when the Vice President paid a working visit to the ministry.
During a working visit by the Vice President, Professor Nana Jenu-Pokwajimang, the Minister of Justice, Dominic Ayine, expressed worry over budgetary allocation allotted to the ministry as insignificant, considering piles of cases the ministry had to deal on a daily basis. The minister used the opportunity to dispel any form of allegation against certain concerns that emerged in the public space that the Attorney General's office is compromising oral cases are unfounded.
No document has come here that has been compromised in any way. No deal, no plea arrangement has been entered into with anybody who has committed an offense that comes within the ambit of the oral briefs that we have received from the NIB and are prosecuting. We have 16 dockets under review, and then we will be putting those ones through the process of critical scrutiny. So I want to assure the Ghanaian public using this platform that we have not entered into any plea negotiations with anybody that committed an offense that comes within the remit of oral.
Beyond the oral initiative, Ayine raised concern about what he described as a growing wave of land compensation cases being brought against the state. He revealed that some claims run as high as 500 million Ghana cedis.
So it is something that is very worrying, because the last time we sat down and did a calculation, on the back of the envelope, we are looking at billions of Ghana cedis in land compensation claims. So it is something that we want to bring to the attention of government. I have directed the Solicitor General to put together a brief for the President on the land compensation tsunami that we are facing.
Vice President Professor Nana Jeno-Opoku-Agyeman assured the Ministry of the Jubilee House's constant support.
In terms of compensation, it's not a problem for me. But you know, there's only 24 hours. There's only one life. So I'll be very, very happy to see that many more people are being trained. We have had lawsuits for how long? So for how long has this problem persisted? How did we know that this department is shrinking? And why do we have so many law programs that don't address this one? Now we have lawsuits all over the place. So shouldn't we be interested in specializing to solve our problems?
Now, the Vice President, Professor Nana Jeno-Opoku-Agyeman, has called on the Ministry of Works and Housing to intensify public education to discourage construction on waterways and flood-prone areas. She made the call during a working visit to the ministry.
During the visit to the Ministry of Works and Housing by the Vice President, Sector Minister Kenneth Gilbert Ejay disclosed some of the projects being undertaken in parts of the country to ease the burdens of citizens.
Then, Madam, the ministry was also tasked to settle the Akosombo Dam spillage victims. This one, we are supposed to do 1,010 homes. And this is for the 3 highly affected districts, that is the 3 Tong, South, Central, and North Tong. So far, we've done 251 units, and it's currently ongoing. Some contractors are still moving to site to ensure that we are able to finish the first phase of the 1,010 before we move to the second phase of the project.
The Vice President raised concerns about rent, urban planning, and the role of the private sector in housing delivery. She also urged policymakers to consider land use efficiency, advocating for vertical development such as flats to conserve land for future generations.
And the other issue has to do with flooding. Every year we have this disaster, and every year we weep, and every year we dry our tears, and we come back to it again. Yeah, so sometimes you are not in a position where you do the things that are popular, but you do the things that are necessary. It's not fun watching that somebody's house is being pulled down. But I think it's more of a tragedy that that person and the wife and the children should be swept in a flooding situation. So it was raising for me the issue of communication.
At the Ministry of Labour, Jobs and Employment, Sector Minister Dr. Rashid Pelpo raised concerns over inadequate budgetary support, which is impeding its activities.
This is a ministry which has a very poor budgetary allocation. We have so much to do, but we have so little to accomplish what we want to do. So it is key to us. For the first time, or at least, we want this ministry to function. It cannot function if we don't have the required resources. So it's important, it's critical.
In response, Vice President Nana Jeno-Opoku-Agyeman assured the ministry of her support for improved working conditions and increased budgetary allocations. The Vice President also condemned the mistreatment of workers, particularly those in vulnerable positions, and called for sustained education and public awareness to prevent abuse.
I'm very happy that you are paying attention to the conditions of workers. Getting somebody whipped is neither here nor there. And I hope somebody was held to account for that. Because nobody has a right to so brutalize another person. You are not the court, and you don't have a right to do that. And simply, you know, this sort of thing normally happens to people who are desperate for jobs, who don't have a voice, who don't have anyone to speak for them, Already they are desperate, so why subject them to such inhuman treatment? I take very, very strong exception to that. And so we want you to open your eyes, and watch out, especially sometimes even domestic work. And people are just helping you in your home and you are abusing them. I don't understand that.
And the majority caucus in Parliament has paid a solidarity visit to the wife of the Member of Parliament for Yawasu East, Nasara Mahama to show support and stand with the family in their moment of grief. Leader of the delegation, Comfort Doi, assured the family of Parliament's continued prayers and backing, saying the caucus shares in their pain and will remain by their side during this difficult period.
Needful. So we have come today to pay our last respect, and I'm here on behalf of the Speaker of Parliament and then on behalf of the Majority Leader. He's supposed to join us, but there was an emergency from Boko. That's why we couldn't see him today, just now, because he called me about 15 minutes ago that I should represent him and do the presentation to the family. So as we are here, Ajia, to tell you, the whole Parliament, we are with you and have our condolences. Your husband has been a good brother, a good friend, a good chairman, a colleague, and his calmness alone has even taken us aback, because we least expect.
Now, the Member of Parliament for Lembele, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, has charged students from his constituency to take their education seriously and prepare themselves as leaders of tomorrow. She gave the advice when the students paid a visit to Parliament to observe proceedings and learn how lawmakers conduct businesses in the House.
Since they've been in Accra, they've visited not only Parliament, they've seen the conference center, Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. I'm sure on their way they will see the Flagstaff House. This will leave a lasting impression on them to aspire higher, to know that the world is not only confined in Elembele or in their school, but it's bigger. It also motivates them to learn harder for the opportunities around them. For me as a Member of Parliament, I'm very proud of this very school. This is the main Muslim secondary school in the whole of the Western region.
And away from Ghana, the mayor of Savannah, Georgia, Mayor Van R. Johnson II, has hosted an honorary reception in recognition of Ghana's ambassador to the United States, His Excellency Victor Emmanuel Smith, for the ambassador's sterling leadership by handling him the key to the city of Savannah as a symbol of trust and friendship.
The event, held at the World Trade Center, Savannah on Drayton Street, brought together business leaders, community stakeholders, and members of the Ghanaian diaspora. The Key of Trust ceremony, which is a tradition originating from the medieval times, implies the city's trust in His Excellency Victor Smith and his vision, which resonates with that of the city of Savannah, symbolizing strong ties between the local government and the ambassador. Ghana's ambassador to the United States, Emmanuel Victor Smith, engaged guests on Ghana's economic outlook, investment opportunities, and the importance of collaboration between Ghana and international partners, particularly within the trade and investment space. The mayor of Savannah, Georgia, Mayor Van R. Johnson II, called for more business partnerships and collaboration between the city and Ghana.
There are some realities. We have term limits, and so the next mayor may not find this to be a priority. Therefore, for me, it's important to plant as many trees as I can, and then put cement over it so that it cannot be moved. And so that is why we're working so intensively to make sure that we have these pillars in the ground. The Asante Hino, when we met with him, promised me in front of a bunch of people that he would come to Savannah before my term was over.
Yeah, he did.
And so I'm expecting him within the next 12 to 18 months or so that he will come back to Savannah.
Programs and Community Development Manager at the World Trade Center Savannah, Antoine Mohammed, says the Greater Savannah Ghana Business Forum will unlock new opportunities for both sides due to its strategic partnerships that connect local content in Ghana with global markets.
He was just recently elected to the Queen Mother had just selected him as the king. And so he is our king now.
Ambassador Smith appears to be the first ambassador to have received this key. Historical examples include civic and cultural figures and notable individuals such as musician Doc Cheatham.
President Mahama has lamented dependence of African nations on foreign countries. According to him, the situation undermines the sovereignty won by the founding fathers of the continent. President Mahama was speaking to a packed house of Zambian lawmakers on the second day of his three-day state visit to the African country.
President John Dramani Mahama is on a three-day visit to Zambia at the invitation of the Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema. In an address to lawmakers in Zambia, the president lamented the dependency of African countries on foreign aid.
Too many African countries remain trapped in what I describe as triple dependency. Dependency on external actors for security choices, dependency on donors for health and education systems, and dependency on suppliers of critical minerals while capturing little or no value. This condition undermines genuine sovereignty. History teaches us, however, that a crisis can sharpen resolve, and so Africa must take its destiny into its own hands.
The president utilized the platform to advocate for the Accra Reset Initiative.
Only days ago, I had the opportunity to address global leaders in Davos, where I spoke about the Accra Reset Initiative and the urgent need for Africa to redefine its development trajectory. The Accra Reset does not seek to disrupt global partnerships. The Accra Reset advocates the forging of new partnerships to transform global systems that have been rigged against Africa and much of the global South for a long time. We must reset the narrative through unity of action, self-reliance, and the leveraging of our comparative advantages for industrial growth and economic transformation.
He added Ghana is committed to deepening the relationship between the two African nations.
Ghana remains steadfast in its commitment to strengthening our cooperation with Zambia, guided by mutual respect and shared destiny.
During his visit, President Mahama will hold bilateral talks with President Hichilema on matters of mutual interest, including strengthening diplomatic relations, enhancing trade and investment cooperation, and exploring collaborative opportunities within the framework.
A cultural misunderstanding following a state visit by Ghana's president has ignited social media exchange between Ghanaians and Zambians. Comments about the president's traditional attire, known as Fugu, have sparked debate about African culture, identity, and respect. Tonight, Shadrach Odamijari takes a closer look at the controversy and the deeper meaning behind Ghana's iconic fabric.
What began as light social media banter has evolved into a heated cultural exchange between Ghana and Zambia. The trigger followed a recent state visit to Zambia by Ghana's president, John Dramani Mahama. Images of the president dressed in a traditional Ghanaian fugu, also known as the batakari, circulated online. Some social media users in Zambia mockingly described the attire as a blouse. The comment quickly ignited backlash from Ghanaians at home and abroad. Across social media platforms, citizens, fashion designers, cultural historians, and public figures pushed back, arguing that the remarks showed a lack of understanding of Ghanaian heritage. But the conversation goes beyond online banter. It raises an important cultural question. What is Fugu? The Fugu is a hand-woven smock traditionally produced in northern Ghana through a centuries-old strip weaving technique. Historically worn by chiefs, elders, and warriors, It represents authority, dignity, and identity. Over time, it became a national symbol of pride, embraced by political leaders, professionals, and the creative industry. Today, Fugu is more than tradition. It is art, it is fashion, it is economic empowerment. From cotton farmers and local spinners to weavers, dyers, tailors, and designers, the Fugu value chain supports thousands of jobs across Ghana. Modern designers have transformed the smock into contemporary pieces, worn on international stages without losing its cultural soul. Calling it a blouse, many argue, strips it of history and meaning. Yet, this moment presents an opportunity, not for division, but for cultural education and exchange, particularly as Ghana and Zambia have signed a visa waiver agreement, making travel between the two countries easier. Ghanaians are extending an invitation to Zambia. Come to Ghana, visit the north, sit with the weavers, learn the stories woven into the fabric. Because culture is best understood through experience, not mockery. And for Ghanaians, wearing Fugu is not just a trend, it is heritage worn with pride. My name is Shadrach Odame Ejari, Metro News, Accra.
That was my colleague Shadrach Odame Ejari bringing us an excerpt about Fugu, which we'll have more on tonight's News Night on Metro TV. But continuing on that same topic, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Samuel Okuchetu-Ablakwa, has weighed in on what is now known as the Fugu beef, emphasizing the significance of the traditional Fugu attire, highlighting its importance in Ghana's history and culture. Speaking at a meeting in Zambia, Samuel Ablakwa noted that the Fugu was worn by Ghana's first President Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah during the country's independence declaration in 1957, making it a powerful symbol of Ghanaian identity and pride.
African identity, the African dignity, and the African culture. So when we talk about restitution and we talk about reparations, it is not just compensation for the transatlantic slave trade, but it is a certain conscious mental effort to go back to our roots, to go back to identity, because they did not only seek to enslave us, they sought to rob us of our unique identity, of our unique dignity, and of our unique traditions. And that is why we celebrate our African presidents who are continuing that charge, the charge of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the charge of the founder of Zambia, President Kenneth Kaunda. And for the young ones on social media who want to know more about the Fugu, this is the attire the founder of Ghana, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, wore when he declared.
And in his response, the president of Zambia, Hakainde Hichilema, acknowledged the beauty of the Ghanaian traditional attire while praising President John Dramani Mahama and the Foreign Affairs Minister for promoting their culture shared abroad.
Digital platforms, not just in Zambia and Ghana. And I'm very happy that the foreign minister, you dressed like that. I asked my team to post on various platforms that we're associated with that. President of Zambia will be ordering more of that stuff for himself. And you saved my words because you spoke very well about the importance of our culture, traditions, and you look at the successful countries around the world. Just watch and see inside there. What do you see in the Japanese? What they do is embedded in their culture. What do you see in the Germans? It's embedded in their culture.
Away from that, Executive Director of the Center for African Policy Research and Advisory, Dr. Segun Adebayo, has raised concerns about the state of education, science and research in Africa. In a media chat, he questioned the adoption of Western curricula in African schools, arguing that it trains students for exports rather than development. Dr. Adebayo emphasized the need for Africans to take ownership of the education, science and research. He cited examples of GMOs and agrochemicals causing harm, citing the case of glyphosate and atrazine.
The lines that divided us into 54 countries. We didn't draw the lines. It was decided from outside the shores of Africa. And if we remain divided as Africans, we will never realize an Africa defined by Africans, designed by Africans, and for Africans. Most of the people migrating to France, to Paris, all those other countries in Europe, they are the young Africans with strength and vigor that are supposed to be using knowledge to develop our motherland. But we are currently servicing the labor force everywhere else. Then the question arises, what policies are we enacting to help us address the systematic migration caused by education in Africa? There are many of the things that come to us in Africa are given to us. For instance now, vaccines are given to us. They give us vaccines.
And the Universal Merchant Bank, that is UMB, has officially unveiled its newly revamped mobile banking platform, the UMB Speed App. The redesigned Speed App marks a bold step in UMB's aggressive digital transformation drive, focused on delivering banking that is faster, smarter, safer, and more convenient.
Universal Merchant Bank continues to cement its position as one of Ghana's most innovative financial institutions, consistently leveraging technology to redefine banking experiences. The latest launch of the revamped UMB Speed App represents another bold milestone in the bank's mission to provide secure, accessible, and next-generation financial services in today's fast-growing digital era. Tubo Ofe-Ajiman, head of e-business at UMB, spoke to the media about the newly designed Speed App.
We built this app different from what we already had, and we looked at some of the challenges that customers encounter that they have to walk to the bank to do. The first is the complaint feature that I indicated that usually you have customers walk to the bank to complain. Now you can have that, you can use the embedded feature on the app to be able to lodge complaints. Aside that, you don't need to add a new account by coming to the branch. The app automatically picks up all your accounts. But more importantly is the self-service on password reset feature. In instances where you have a forgot password, you can definitely use a feature where you indicate a security question or an answer to be able to reset a password for you. So we looked at some of the services on the old app that you have customers walking to the branch to do, and we've corrected it with this new app.
The newly revamped platform is expected to create a smooth, user-friendly experience that makes daily financial transactions effortless, while introducing cutting-edge digital features to enhance customer satisfaction. Adam Naite is the head of corporate communications at UMB.
The fact that we have made it a lot more responsive, so it's not a plastered thing anymore, that every organization must have a website, and sometimes the website is updated God knows how many years ago. But this website, we are updating it daily. We have ensured that if you go to our website and you post a comment, you make inquiries, you are responded to. There's somebody responsible, or there's a whole team responsible for making sure that customer experience on our website is top-notch. So website is complementing everything we're doing. We just want to be sure that at all our touch points, our customers are well served. So that's why we have also, revolutionized the website.
The UMB Speed App innovation reinforces UMB's dedication to modern, customer-centered banking solutions.
Well, that's it for the news update on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Harriet Adi. That's it.
Right, Harry, thank you very much for bringing us the news update. And of course, the controversial banter between Ghanaians and Zambians continue, as I saw the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration in his Fugu there. And on social media everywhere, it's Fugu Day. So Zambians, this one, you say on your neck.
I think they've given up, actually.
They've given it up.
Yeah.
They've given up on that.
Yes.
Now they're getting educated on what that is. And Professor Kobe Mensah says that maybe we should go and host a runaway show there, a Fugu fashion night or something, so they get to understand where it is. Harry, thank you very much for bringing us the news updates. You still watching Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro TV. We're taking a break. When we come back, we're getting into the cocoa sector. Quite a number of issues to be discussed from that particular sector. When we come back, I would share with you our guest who's joined us in studio for this conversation on Ghana's cocoa sector. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Watch it, not learning. Missy, watch and learn. Makwaya besisia. Abozing. I can say no ya konati and the more drink woman. Hey, but I didn't mean. Oh, sorry. She knew her old days. Eji, Dabio, baby womb. Ready? Hey, baby womb. Ah, Eji, I'll cause some discomfort. Ah. Sorry, well, uncle, where would the dad? Why your funeral?
Say a sorry insecticide GB at a user. Co pharmacy in a shop biamu. Na mum say a pharmacy supermarket and a shop ra. Na repedudu to a cotonwa. On for Royal Dutch and our Aerofield Trading. FE spray with Daimwa.
This February on Metro TV.
Get ready to splash into love this Valentine's season. Join the Campus Red Pool Party on Friday, 13th February 2026 at the Bayview Village, Atomic Junction. Rates is 60 cedis for singles and 100 Ghana cedis for couples. Time is 4 p.m. sharp. Come in your red bikinis for the ladies and red shorts for the gentlemen. Don't miss out on the fun, games, and vibes. Campus Red Pool Party. Love is in the air.
I love coming to the beach, catching good vibes, relaxing and chilling with my refreshing Superstar multi-fruit juice drink. So refreshing. Never stops. Oops, trouble in paradise? It doesn't need to be this stressful. Catch! Nothing like a chilled bottle of Superstar to bring the happiness back. Aww. And for our future superstars, wow, good job guys. Who wants a drink? Me! There you go. Everybody loves Superstar multi-fruit juice drink because it tastes so good. Oh yeah. These are the moments you never forget.
juice. Grab a bottle of Superstar Multi-Fruit Juice Drink today.
This advert is FDA approved.
My name is Funny Face and this is the Children's Park. This is the Children's President. I'm standing here this day by the grace of God and the prayers of parents and their children. On the 21st of February, we are standing live in worship and in thanksgiving. It's the Kiss in Worship. Thanksgiving with Funny Face. Ben Wale Wale, Sunyani, Tamale, Kuntusi, Pokwase, Santase, wherever you are, please join me. It is a free show. Please, children, make sure you join Uncle on the 21st. First, give God the thanks and praise. I miss them so much. Please join me and let. Children, I miss you.
Miss you too.
You miss me?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss you too.
Mommy, Daddy, please join us. Thank God for healing our president at Ifa Sutherland Children's Park, Accra, on Saturday, 21st February, 9 a.m.
With Metro TV, an original team supported by Original FM.
Right, welcome back from the break. Many thanks for staying with us here on Good Afternoon Ghana, Friday, the 6th of February 2026. My name is Desmond Okrekudanzo and we're on till 2 p.m. I mentioned before the break that we have a conversation coming up on Ghana's cocoa sector. In the past few days, I'm sure you must have seen a lot happening. The minority held a presser, that is the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana also had a press conference and where they were talking about a number of issues in the cocoa sector. Today, we'll get to understand it further. We'll get to understand what exactly the issues are on the ground. And joining me in studio is Samuel Adimado. He is the president of the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana, and he joins us in studio. And definitely, you can share with us your thoughts. I know that a lot of you watching us are from cocoa areas across the country, from the western region and across the country. So please, if you've got any questions, you bring them in and let's see if Mr. Adimado can help us, answer them on there. So stay with us. We're also live on 94.1 FM on radio, on DSTV channel 277, on Facebook, Metro TV Ghana, and of course on the multi-TV Digibox. Let's head into it. Mr. Adimado, welcome to the program.
Thank you, my brother.
So it's been a very busy week, or the first part of the year. There's been a lot of, back and forth, press conferences here and there. But how would you describe Ghana's cocoa state currently? That's my first question to you. In this particular year or 1 year of the NDC government. Of course, as they were coming into government, there were a number of promises that they had mentioned that they would do for the cocoa sector.
Yeah.
The 1 year that has passed, as a major stakeholder, have you seen any changes, any improvements, anything, or are we still lagging behind? Do we still need some things to work out? Can you share with us?
Yes, thanks Desmond and thanks to your viewers. If I may use one word, we've reached a crossroads of our cocoa industry where certain decisions need to be made.
Okay.
And these decisions should be properly analyzed before we make it.
Okay.
To safeguard our cocoa industry.
If you say crossroads, what do you mean?
What it means is that Ghana is not only the cocoa producing countries.
Mm-hmm.
We have other cocoa producing countries. Some have done well. Some are still struggling.
Mm-hmm.
We need to learn from them. And then we need to go back to history and review what have we done well and what have we not done well. So that we learn from history and then make the decision to safeguard our industry.
Right.
I mean, sometimes some of this communication should also mainly go to the key stakeholders. But to the general public, what it amounts to is to make sure that we hold on to cocoa, because cocoa is Ghana and Ghana is cocoa.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And for the association that you had as the president, how have you fared still in this 1 year of this government? Are things going well? Are you, in terms of buying, in terms of all of those things, is it good?
I'll come to the buying. In terms of, because, you know, the commodity business thrives on relationship and trust building. We've benefited from that. 1 year of NDC government and the new administration, we've benefited from that. They have an open door policy. Of course, we want more, like Oliver Twist. So we are engaging. Of course, our engagement also is for us, we are businesses, we are not politicians. So, and we are managing people's money, we are managing people's businesses. So at the end of the day, we like to look at the numbers. Irrespective of the relationship, what boils down is investors' money or banks' money, let me put it that way. So we have a perfect relationship. We are not at each other's throats. We call on phone, which is a wonderful opportunity for us and the leadership of the association to engage.
Right, right. And still on this government and the kind of things that in the past year has happened, especially with the major economic indicators in terms of the city's strength against foreign currencies, in terms of your stakeholders, you transport your products. So fuel prices have come down also. How have this affected your work? I mean, of course, in a positive way.
Yes, Desmond, we are businessmen. And as a businessman, you should be a good negotiator.
Right.
So when you are negotiating with somebody, you look at the DNA of the person. This is a social democrats. And social democrats carry a kind of DNA, people-centered, humane, they listen. So for us, that is the DNA we are looking at for the good of our business. The indicators you have mentioned is fantastic. It helps in business. You can plan and then make a long-term decision, which is wonderful. Of course, let me jump into what has brought us here, because like I indicated, we are managing people's money. We are managing businesses. And if you understand the cocoa trade, the money involved is quite huge.
Huge amounts.
Let me use the word huge. So therefore, any little thing that one will consider as irrelevant affects your operation and funds. So our argument, of course, which also comes from different angles, the farmers, and is that once we deliver the products, cocoa, we need to be paid on time. We need to be paid on time because time is of essence.
Right.
And any delay, any minute delay in your interest charges, your cost keeps on building. So this is what we want to push, and then together we address the issues so that we cross this hurdle.
If you
timely
say
payment of cocoa delivery.
If you say timely payments, what was the agreement?
Yes. So if you've been previewed on our press conference yesterday, we tried to look at what has happened from 2023-24, where it took almost 9 months for our members to be paid. And then we also looked at 2024-25, when we started with what we call 60-40, a model that was replacing the 30-year syndication that we've been embarking on.
Right.
So it becomes a relationship between LBC and the off-taker, of course, with the regulators still coming in. So what it means is that when you deliver cocoa to Cocoa Board, that cocoa must be bought immediately or must be lifted immediately. So when you deliver cocoa to Cocoa Board and there's any challenges with your off-taker, it affects your business. So let me explain. We bring the cocoa from farmers and we deliver to cocoa board at 3 terminals. That's Kumasi, Takrade, and Tema. As soon as you deliver the cocoa, you are given a sheet which is called cocoa takeover receipt, which is equally the value of the cocoa you have delivered. So this C2R is then presented to Cocoa Board Finance Office with the hope that there is money for you to be paid.
Okay.
That C2R to be paid means the cocoa has been sold. And under the current model, the 80-20 model, what it means is that the off-taker, the one who is buying the cocoa, has brought money, 80% of the money, so that your C2R is immediately paid for you to go back to the field and operate. So any challenge along this path that I've explained distorts the business. Now, what has distorted the business is that, of course, it's a commodity and it's traded on 2 markets, UK, London and New York. So these commodities comes with what we call terminal price.
Right.
So anytime there's pendulum shift in your pricing, what you need to do is to ensure that your business, whatever we are doing, doesn't suffer. Now, this is the challenge. Our cocoa price is fixed throughout the year.
Okay.
So we
At what price?
Yes, we fixed the price at $58,000 per ton, which translates literally to let's say $5,400 a ton.
Okay.
The moment these 2 terminal price
comes down,
and it goes below what you have brought from the field, then what it means is that the off-taker should bring 80% of the money that should be able to pay the $5,400 that you have brought from the field. This is the price you pay the farmers. Our business margins, operational costs, is not part of it. It's not part of it. So if the terminal price drops to, let's say, 4,500, then obviously the cocoa you have brought, which is 5,400, 80% cannot pay for.
Pay for that.
Yes. So there is a problem.
Okay.
Are you getting the
yes,
picture?
I get it.
So when that happens, then it means you, the LBC, you cannot be paid. So assuming you've borrowed the money from the bank, then you are okay. But where your purchasing class might have picked the cocoa from their trusted farmers that give me the cocoa, I'll present it, I'll bring your money back. The money gets locked up. Purchasing class with their trusted farmers. So they give the cocoa to you, you deliver it. So what it means is that the model we are operating with the hope that the terminal price will always be above $5,400. So if it drops, then you have a business challenge.
Is that what you're facing now?
Yes, that is what is happening. So I will need time to explain the dynamics.
There's so much time.
So what it means is that if you are delivering cocoa to Cocoa Board, then it means cocoa marketing company might have sold the cocoa to the off-taker at a price that is far and above $5,400. Because that is the price you are giving, excluding your transport and any. So if it happens that that cocoa you are delivering to the off-taker has not been sold at a price far and above $5,400, then it means when you bring the cocoa, you cannot be paid.
Okay.
Are you getting the dynamics?
Yes.
Yeah, this is not for the consumption of farmers, but for consumption of different analysts. So this is what it means. So therefore, the issue is not politics. The issue is marketing and economics. How do we manage this situation? Now, this is where we are. We are in a crossroad. Some of our cocoa that we, the LBCs, we continue to bring because the farmers always produce. We continue to bring. at a price of 5,400. When we deliver, that cocoa cannot be sold far and above 5,400. So what it means is that in order for us to be in business, of course, we need support from government and Cocoa Board. Because we cannot go to the farmers and say, sorry, we don't have money, your cocoa we cannot buy. Because it's a model, cocoa is Ghana and Ghana is cocoa. Are you getting the picture? So this is the challenge we have.
Okay. Right. So
I want you to get the challenge, the problem.
Yes.
Then we'll move ahead.
Right. So
with other things.
Yes, I've understood the whole chain.
Correct.
As you mentioned, you go to the farm, you bring it, and then you're supposed to get paid.
Correct.
For an amount, it should be 5,400.
That's the farmer. What is going to the farmer?
That's what's going to the farmer.
To the farmer, so excluding your margin, your transport, and other things.
Right. So if that adds to it, then it even goes beyond 5,400. But when you get to the terminals and the price does not match or does not get to the 5,400
and above,
or above, then there's a problem.
Correct.
And that's what you're facing now.
That is what we are facing. That's what all of us are facing.
Everybody's facing. So you're talking about the cushioning from government and Cocoa Board, as you mentioned. What are the engagements like? But I've got a question about how the prices are determined. I mean, for the sake of all of us who are watching, do you have an idea of how the prices are determined at the terminal?
Yes, it's demand and supply. Okay. At the terminal, that's London and UK, it's a commodity, demand and supply.
Right.
But back home, this is how we determine our price. Beginning of every season, we have a committee called Producer Price Review Committee. We meet, and then we project that, yes, this year cocoa, we expect the FOB drawdown, the price we get. We say this year we say $7,200 a ton. Are you getting it?
Right.
The farmers, 58,000 is in there. Our margin, transport costs, everything is in there.
Also in there.
So what it means is that if we bring our cocoa and we sell it at $7,200, we haven't made any losses. It's like a break even.
Right.
So beginning of the season, PPRC meets with all stakeholders from the Bank of Ghana, Cocoa Board, LBC, haulers, everybody. And then we have the drawdown.
Then you agree.
We agree. So this is the document we have agreed, that we'll sell our cocoa $7,200. If we sell it above, we are making money. If we sell it below, we are not making money.
You're making losses.
So if, against an exchange rate, because we sell in dollars, are you getting?
Right.
So this year, that's what we do all the time. So we've done that. So immediately, you are going to sell cocoa and you don't get $7,200. Then there's a problem. I hope you're understanding it.
Yes, I understand that.
So that is what the problem we have.
Okay. So now to the question of the cushioning you're talking about from government, from Cocoa Board and all other stakeholders.
Yes, so government is government. Government is not a businessman. You come in as a last resort. So this problem that we have been confronted with is a clarion call to government that government should intervene because the season has started. Government should intervene and make sure that there's no disruption in 2025-26 cocoa season.
Okay.
So that everybody will be better off. More importantly, the farmer will be better off. Then when that is done, in our press conference, we also indicated that there should be, we've heard that government is looking at a pricing mechanism, pricing an act that will review the pricing mechanism.
Okay.
Which means we will not be going to do this kind of things. Are you getting the PPRs?
Yes.
So what we are looking for is that we should speed up with the pricing mechanism because we are at a crossroad. I'll come there. So that we avoid these challenges. Because we cannot, obviously, 2026, 27, we cannot behave this way. If we are going to behave this way, then everybody knows what is happening. So what we are appealing to Cocoa Board and government is that we've started the season. the cocoa our members have delivered, even if the cocoa has not been sold, our members should be paid.
Should be paid.
Because the money is not ours. We borrowed it from
How much are you being owed?
The figure is quite, even one of our members alone is being owed over 1 billion cedis. So in reality, one member, 1 billion cedis, 1 billion.
1 billion cedis.
1 billion. Then let me finish. One member, as we speak, is being owed, not the cocoa he has delivered, is being owed $185 million. He has not been paid. So you see, I want Desmond for you to understand that this is a business that you cannot do it confrontationally. You need to do dialoguing. Wow. Because the money involved is not for politics.
It's so huge.
Yes, it's not for politics.
Right.
If our member is being owed over $100 million and he has not been paid.
Over what period is this?
It's almost a year or so. It's almost a year. It's not the current administration, but Cocoa Board is Cocoa Board. Right. Whether Party A goes or Party B.
Yes. It's still Cocoa Board.
So you see the challenge. So like I keep on saying, the situation is not politics, it's business. And we need to address some of the issues.
Wow. How many members make up your association?
We are about 80. We are about 80 license buying companies. So you are getting the picture.
Yes.
You want to extrapolate what is the amount?
I want to know the number of members.
If one member is being owed $1 billion, and then one is being owed
$185 million,
he has not been paid. We want to engage. We want to engage government, Cocoa Board. We, as an association, we can never be confrontational because we understand the nature of the business. It's a dialogue, and we cannot invite politics
into it.
Honestly, into this kind of discourse.
Right. If you just tuned in, this is Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro TV, and today we're talking about the cocoa sector. We have Samuel Adimado. He is president for the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana. Share with us what their plights are. Yesterday there was a press conference that they had, so we're breaking it down for us to understand the situation. And I know many of you have some issues that you'd also want to share with us. So later on the show, we'll be opening the phone lines. You can call and share your thoughts with us. And it's, as Mr. Adimado mentioned, it's about the work on the ground. Please, if you call, it's not about politics or not. It is about what your situation is currently and all that. But again, the minority held a press conference.
Yes.
A few days ago.
Correct.
And they talked about a number of things, including the areas you were being
correct.
Owed. Since then, we understand that some payments have begun.
Correct.
And all of that. So let's begin from the minorities' statements that they made. There were the legitimate things to say from them.
Desmond, we see we need to be fair.
Okay.
Fairness is one of our cardinal principles. So I don't want to so much talk of the minorities. As we indicated from 2023, 2024, it was the minority that they were in power. And it took 9 months. Our members were not paid. We didn't make press conference. We were engaging. Are you getting it? So it is not as if one is a devil and one is an angel. Are you getting it? So I don't want to delve into politics.
Right.
Yes, our members, as we indicated in our press conference, some of our members got their business collapsed. The interest charges alone
from the previous
is a hook on their neck, that a load that they have not offloaded. So I don't want to delve into politics. Are you getting the picture? That's why I say we are at crossroads. We are at crossroads. And if you know the story between the rat and the cat, you understand why today we are here and we are engaging, and then we need to address the crossroad.
Right.
This is an opportunity.
And just not to say bringing in the minority again, the press conference was, and just a bit of it's here that it came ahead of a meeting between the Food, Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs Committee to consider issues pertaining to the late payment of cocoa farmers. And so, as minority in the House, of course, they'd want to share, or want to call on government to do that. And they call on Cocoa Board also. What has been the engagement with Cocoa Board on this particular issue, and has there been any outcome?
With our association?
Yes.
Yeah, this morning I called Cocoa Board. They've been paying. It's not that they've not been paying. They've been paying, but the payment is
not as much as you want.
If one member is being owed 1 billion, and then you release even 6 billion, it's enough money to the general public. But it's still not enough for our survivor. Are you getting the picture? They've been paying per the model we are working with, the 80-20 model. Cocoa Board has been paying. When the off-takers, those who have, when they bring money, Cocoa Board pays. Now we want to address this issue where, yes, you are paying, but it's not enough. We want to address the situation where when the cocoa comes, you can sell.
How much are they paying?
When you look at the press, 6 billion, 10 billion, 9 billion, are you getting?
Okay.
Yeah, they've been paying. As we speak this morning, they paid. But that's why I say we are at the crossroad. Let's clear our members' debts. I said some of our members are being owed, not under the NDC.
Not
the debt was not incurred by this government. It's a transaction that happened, and they are being owed over $150 million.
How do they feel about that?
I like your question. I always, as a leader, I have to be emphatic. I always ask the question, the one who is heading this LBC, how does he sleep? You see, my colleague, managing director of that LBC, how do you sleep? When you wake up and you go to your board, what do you tell them? Because we are managing people's businesses. Let's be human here. Are you getting? You have asked this question. How do you sleep? How do you present yourself to your board? How do they see you? That's one. Are you getting me?
Right.
So when I say we are at a crossroad, we are at a crossroad. It's not politics. It's not party A, party B, my brother. It's a real issue, and we want to take advantage to engage. To engage the government, we have a social democrat in place, people-centered government. Let me be frank, I'm a businessman. So we want to take that advantage. People-centered government, that's their DNA. We want to engage. Cocoa Board, Ministry of Finance. One, get all our members' debt off the table. Our members' debt that has been there for over a year plus, get it off the table. And then let us engage and build a system that will save our industry.
Would it get to a point where there could be a strike action?
Oh, we are businesses, so we are not looking at that. Of course, our counterpart farmers, we need to engage with them. If you owe cocoa farmer that you have been paid, we know the farmers. When prices were fantastic, we know what they were getting. The farmers can go on demonstration, but we want to plead with them because we have an opportunity to address these issues, and we believe it can be addressed. It can be addressed to safeguard our cocoa industry.
What are the, because yesterday also in the press you mentioned a number of other things that needs to be positioned well for the general growth of the cocoa sector in the country.
Correct.
You're talking about strategies, you're talking about a lot of other things. I pinned them.
Four.
Yes, you talk
we
about
mentioned 4 key areas.
Yes, 4 key areas that needs to be strengthened.
Yes.
For the development of this sector.
Correct.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, yesterday our press conference, we looked at funding. We looked at Cocoa Board CMC trader sales strategy. We also looked at lack of commitment to revamp the industry, and then we said excessive political interference. I've asterished that because it can be misinterpreted. so let me dwell more on the funding.
Right.
Everything is a function of money. Are you getting it? So we need to together. Now, government should clear all the arrears with our LBCs so that we can go and pay our farmers. Arrears are being there for, which was not by this government. Our appeal is to clear it for us so that our member will feel liberated Are you getting it?
Yes.
Then together we look at how do we finance our cocoa sector, which will benefit our farmers. How do we finance that? Which will benefit our farmers. I mean, we know there are many information that models that will enable or make our farmers happy, so that our farmers will comfortably work on cocoa as a business. They will not give their cocoa farm out to galamseyers. So this is a key issue that we need to address. We shouldn't ignore that. Of course, Cocoa Board CMC sales strategy. If you have a goods for sale, the terminal market issues. If there are opportunity, the window is so slim. You know, everything is based on information. We need to design strategy. So yesterday we said those who are at the forefront of selling our cocoa, even needs capacity building. They need to be trained. They need to be top notch. We know a lot of tools are available. Are you getting it? Even you'll be surprised that some commodities are using artificial intelligence. And yeah, because there's so much data. Cocoa trading didn't start now. So there's so much data that if you get the right tool, are you getting it?
Yes.
If you get the right tool, you might get it. You might get the line of best fit. Let me explain. Not that it's 100%, but you get the line of best fit. As we speak, we've lost it. We didn't get the line of best fit. Other than that, money would have been available to avoid all this. So, and then we said, of course, lack of commitment to revamp our industry. We said when you look at money that were the loans we got from 2020, yes, that was 2022, 23 thereabout, to revamp our cocoa industry. When you go to the field, you don't see any.
Roads and
you don't see. I mean, yeah, you don't see anything. I mean, Cocoa Board is not, sorry to say, it's not Ministry of Highways. So these are some of the issues that I say we are at a crossroad. We need to address it together. It's not politicization. It takes a bold initiative, discipline, to address it.
Knowing that this is a sector that gives so much to the country.
So much.
The one that you're getting to is where you talk about excessive political interference.
Yeah, that's why I say I've put asterisks. Of course, somebody will misinterpret it.
Right.
It's not only NDC.
Right.
When you look at history, let me explain. When you look at history, from 1938, before independence, our cocoa industry has suffered from political pressure. When the white man was ruling us, if you look at it, 1938, 1948, 1960. So it's not only, that's why I say I've put asterisks.
Yes.
As we are at a crossroad, we should make sure that we liberate our industry from this pressure. And I believe we can do that.
What do these interferences do?
Of course, as politicians, you know, they work within a timeline. So if they chance upon a sector that they can survive, they can get their political ambition, they can achieve their political results, of course, they will take advantage. So these are some of the issues. As we in our press conference, we talked of the staff, the morale of staff. We talk of institutional memory, so that we make the cocoa board we know of resolute and strong. Remember, we are not the only cocoa producing economy.
Right.
There are others that are doing so well, or they were not doing so well and now they are doing so well. So we need to, if we are leaders, we should hold on to that mantle. So when you read, I don't want to read our press conference to bore reader, audience, but that's why I say I put asterisks. It's not saying, oh, this current government is interfering, but from history, we have suffered. Cocoa Board has suffered, and we need to address that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So in just a few minutes, we're opening the phone lines so that you can also share with us your thoughts on the issues that we have talked about from the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana. And as I mentioned, even today, there's been a conversation with Cocoa Board where some payments have been made, but there's more that they're wishing could happen. Of course, on Facebook, we're live on there at Metro TV Ghana and also DSTV channel 277. And let me get onto Facebook. I've seen a question on Facebook that I want to read out and then put that question before. Okay, so let me see that. I'm going to get that in a bit. Okay, Derek Aiti says he's watching from Kofodu and Krakan in the eastern region. I will definitely get to the questions in a bit. But the year has just begun. The year has just begun. We're in February for 2026. And there's a question that we'll take a break. When we come back, you'll get into that. But the year 2026, what are the expectations from your outfit as licensed buyers? And even, are there any unlicensed ones who are also making your work difficult? We'll talk about that also. So stay with us. We're taking a break. We'll be back shortly.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make me say, oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is a chance of a lifetime. My opportunity. Your opportunity. Let's build Ghana together.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
This February on Metro TV.
Get ready to splash into love this Valentine's season. Join the Campus Red Pool Party on Friday, 13th February 2026 at the Bayview Village, Atomic Junction. Rates is 60 cedis for singles and 100 Ghana cedis for couples. Time is 4 p.m. sharp. Come in your red bikinis for the ladies and red shorts for the gentlemen. Don't miss out on the fun, games and vibes. Campus Red Pool Party. Love is in the air.
My name is Funny Face and this is the Children's Park. This is the Children's President. I'm standing here this day by the grace of God and the prayers of parents and their children. On the 21st of February, we are standing live in worship and in thanksgiving. It's the Kiss in Worship. Thanksgiving with Funny Face. Ben Wale Wale, Sunyani, Tamale, Kuntusi, Pokwase, Santase, wherever you are, please join me. It is a free show. Please, children, make sure you join Uncle on the 21st for us to give God the thanks and praise. I miss them so much. Please join me and let. Children, I miss you.
Miss you too.
You miss me.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss you too.
Mommy, Daddy, please join us thank God for healing our president at Ifa Sutherland Children's Park, Accra, on Saturday, 21st February, 9 a.m.
With Metro TV and Original TV, supported by Original FM.
Right, welcome back from the break. This is Good Afternoon Ghana with me, Desmond Okreku. So we're looking at Ghana's cocoa value chain, and we're speaking to Mr. Samuel Adimado. He's the president of the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana. He's told us what their issues are and how they want the issues to be resolved as soon as possible, and also giving us an in-depth understanding of what the value chain looks like. And for many of us, this is really an eye-opener for us. But I was asking him about 2026 for the buyers in this situation that they find themselves in across the year. What really is the vision, or what is really the goal for 2026 for the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association that's made up of about 80 members? Mr. Adamado, so what are you looking forward to in 2026?
Yes. As we started yesterday, we are looking with our regulator.
It's about the farmer, it's about the stakeholders, it's about those who are involved in the value chain and how they're going to get what is due them. So give us a call and share with us if you've got any concerns with that, and we'll definitely find a way to do to see if we can get some clarity from Mr. Samuel Adimado here, who is the president of the licensed buyers the country. Which areas is coming up really as very good cocoa area? Of course, we know there are some areas that are really, really good, produce cocoa over the years. Are there any new areas that we've seen?
Yes, apart from the northern regions, in Bimbila, someone tried to grow cocoa. Yes, so as I indicated, apart from the northern regions, all the regions grow cocoa. Then, of course, there are some areas where the cocoa farms are old and they need to...
So your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Sam. There is rumor going around that Sam. Yes.
Is there anything like that? Have you heard anything like that?
Yeah, thanks. Some said it's a rumor. It's a rumor. No address rumor.
Rumors.
But where I sit now, that is not the indication, because we need to meet, we need to discuss, and then the decision needs to be made holistically.
Okay.
So that is it. Yeah.
Let's go for our next caller. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello?
Yes. What's your name?
Yeah. My name is Mensa.
Mensa from?
Yeah, speaking from Accra. I'm also I'm a farmer.
Okay, you're a farmer, right? Speak to us.
Yeah. So we want to know how, how farmers are going to be paid when the cocoa that we've already sent to the clerks, they've given us receipts. So when are they paying farmers?
Okay. The cocoa that's been given to the tracks, when are farmers receiving their monies? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Right. Mensa, thank you very much for calling. And let me also state that Mr. Adimado speaks for the licensed cocoa buyers. He may not necessarily be able to tackle all other questions that are not in his domain. So I would ask that, are you aware, of the area's old farmers and engagement as to when they'll be paid?
Yes, we've had meeting with the farmer leadership.
Okay.
And they did confirm that some of our some of the farmers have given cocoa to the purchasing clerks and they've not been paid. So as I cross-checked this morning, some LBCs are being paid. So on one radio station, I indicated that if a farmer has not been paid, the farmers have groupings.
Yeah, groups. Yeah.
So they can go to their group leader, and then they will communicate to us. We'll find out why they have not been paid, because we are operating under a model. And it was just yesterday that we met, and we wanted government to address the non-payment holistically. So yes, some of the farmers, if their LBC happens to receive money, as at the time I was coming here, then definitely they will be paid. But those who have not been paid needs to have patience. We'll follow up, and then make sure that it is addressed. So thanks, my brother, for asking this question.
Right. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, brother. How are you doing?
I'm well, please. Thanks for asking. What's your name or where are you calling us from?
My name is Kritika, calling from Sunyane.
Your name is?
Kritika.
Critical from Suhum?
Sunyane.
Sunyane. Oh, right. So
Yes,
go ahead, please.
Okay. Somebody asked a question, and then the man there said that it's a rumor. You understand? And in this our system, there's a say that there's a little bit of truth when there's a rumor. You understand? And he said that they are going to sit down and then take a decision. I hope that's what he said, that they are going to sit down and then take a decision. Which means there is something going on which they have to make a decision on it. That's why somebody is saying that if somebody mentions something, they say it's a rumor. Again, this situation, I want to ask, have they ever go through before? Because what he touches right now, that people have been sending their cocoa and then they have not been paying. And we have been hearing on the radio station, and then some of the cocoa farmers are also having calling to a radio station, TV station, and then they are saying it. So I want to ask him, have they ever experienced this kind of thing before, and how are they going to solve it? Thank you, my brother.
Okay. Critical, thank you very much. And of course, want to say hi to all our viewers from Sunyane. Right. So, Mr. Ademedo, about the question on the, yes, and of course, the situation that you're facing now.
Yeah, Critical. Of course, Critical picked me out of context, because our press conference, we've suggested points. Points that would address the issue. So that is why I said the points. Of course, there should be a decision on the points we have requested.
Yes.
So that is what it means, because I don't work for Cocoa Board.
Right.
I don't determine. I buy cocoa from farmers.
So that's what I was saying, that
yes.
Mr. Ademedo he works with Cocoa Board in terms of.
We've gone through this challenge before. When you review history, this happened in the 40s, 30s, 40s. So that's why I said there is available knowledge to address these issues, and that is why we are pushing that we use the opportunity to address the issues as
Right. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Your name and where
Good afternoon.
Yeah, your name.
Very good. I'm
okay. So
I am a florist. This cocoa trees in the garden.
But if we're talking about cocoa in this
but if you want to do it in the large scale, it can be done.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
So for the fact that he said that a cocoa not be grown in the north, no. I don't want to accept that.
Okay. Dominic, thank you very much. As we have flowers, make sure when you come to Accra, bring me some flowers.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Didn't say cocoa cannot be grown in the northern region. I say if you take the northern regions, all the other regions we are growing cocoa. You know that the cocoa, when our colleagues go to Europe to study, they have cocoa plant in where there is snow all time. The business now. That's why I'm saying when you take off the 3 regions, and I even mentioned recently somebody in Bimbila has been able to do that. So please, he's a professional, so I don't want to go into those issues. Yeah.
So it's something that could be looked at. Yesterday, Mr. Ajah really made some statements. Of course, from your the poultry $500 million, and that was secured 6 months after the reopening of the season. Is the sector collapsing?
2023, 24. So something happened. And then the 60-20. Like I keep on saying that we've been doing syndication for over 30 years.
Right.
So because we couldn't raise the usual syndication. And now our proposal is that, yes, don't go to or don't present the entire expected volume under syndication, but we can do hybrid. We can do hybrid, which is a suggestion we have come up with. Yeah.
Are prices high, such that on the international market, it's not being patronized as compared to other cocoa producing countries?
Yes. The answer is yes, because we have priced ourselves out of the market. I mean, when I say so, in one of the radio or one of the stations, I was trying to explain. As beginning of per the model we've been working with, beginning of the season, we say we buy cocoa 58,000 Ghana cedis a ton. It is not so. So definitely you have overpriced yourself. When I say overpriced, meaning so before it gets to the terminal market, you've added on a cost of almost 2,000. So in literal meaning, you've overpriced yourself 2,000 out of the market. But we must sell the cocoa. We must sell the cocoa because we don't eat cocoa. So that is why, in a nutshell, our argument that enacting the Pricing Mechanism Act will enable us to be more efficient and have a competitive edge. Now, let me explain the competitive edge. We are known as the best cocoa producing country worldwide. It is a mantle we need to hold on as a nation. And by holding on, we need consensus and application of real knowledge. And that is what we are appealing, that we shouldn't politicize the challenges we have and hold on to the competitive edge nature of our cocoa. Yeah.
Right. So a few minutes ago, there's been a press conference where Cocoa Board's CEO, Dr. Randy Abe, says that buyers on the international market are increasingly shying away from Ghana's cocoa, citing higher prices compared to beans from other producing countries. And according to Cocoa Board, more than 530,000 metric tons of cocoa have been sold under the current financing agreement, but close to 50,000 metric tons remain unsold, largely because buyers consider Ghana's cocoa relatively expensive. And at the briefing, Dr. Ndiabe explained that the price differential has influenced purchasing decisions, pushing some buyers to seek cheaper alternatives elsewhere. And he says the buyers now find our beans as too expensive, and therefore they have shifted to other markets where they can get the beans far cheaper because these are business decisions. And he noted that the situation has had knock-on effects for some farmers, particularly those who are yet to receive payments for their produce, and saying that it is engaging stakeholders as it works to address the pricing challenge and secure buyers for the remaining cocoa left. That's 50,000 metric tons.
Yes.
So that's a press conference a few minutes ago.
Yes. I mean, are we on air?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, he's right. These are some of the issues that we are confronted with, and I mean, it's a bold effort that he has mentioned it, and therefore we need to address the issues. Of course, we as LBCs would participate. We are always available. We are always with him. Right. And we can provide. When you look at the profile of our members, it's a repertoire of knowledgeable people in the cocoa industry, and we will offer our contribution for the country to address these issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which country is battling with us for
It's
that?
It's not one country. It's not. I mean, when you look at the cocoa growing economies, there are many, and each country is doing well. Is doing well. You have Nigeria, we have Cameroon, we have, of course, Cote d'Ivoire used to be the global leaders. Ghana used to be the best quality leader. We have Ecuador and many countries. So all these countries are doing well. That's why I said we are at the crossroad. Let's look at what are we doing well, what are we not doing well, where can we learn to make sure that we take advantage and then address the challenges we are faced with.
Right. So Ghana is, according to the data as I have here, the top cocoa producing economies from 2023 to 2026 data. Cote d'Ivoire, the world's largest producer, accounting for over 40% of global cocoa, producing over 2 million tons annually, and then Ghana's is the world's second largest producer. I'll get into that detail in a bit. We've got our very last call for the afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Iraman. I'm calling from Tamale.
From Tamale. Right, sir.
Yes.
Can you go on with your submission?
Sorry?
Can you go on with your submission?
Okay, thank you very much. If I had the guests in the studio that we shouldn't politicize the issue. We shouldn't politicize the issue in what sense? The question is, now who calls up? The newly appointed chief executive, Dr. Andy Abe, when he took over, he laid bare the problem, the intractable and chronic problem associated with Cocoa Board. What sort of country is this? Meanwhile, when NDC was in power, all criticisms, incompetent, you don't know this, you don't know that. Now you are taking over. Look at where you have landed us. And we shouldn't talk. We'll talk. But it's painful that shamefully opposition, MPP minority, has the audacity and effort even to holding press conferences, trying to hold the government to ransom, to pay farmers, when they know what they did in the past. God bless this country. Thank you very much, my brother.
Right. Thank you very much for calling. And that will be our final caller for this afternoon's conversation. So we're going to wrap up the conversation with Mr. Adimado here in studio. Again, the calls on that money should be released for them as licensed cocoa buyers association, so that his members can have a good sleep and can explain to their boards where the monies are. So holistically, as a country, and trying to deal with your situation and the suggestions that you have made, what is the way forward?
Yes, the way forward is now, let's address the LBC challenges.
Right.
Of course, to both Cocoa Board and government, that they should help to defray the outstanding payments and the debts immediately. I mean, let me use the word immediately because it's a challenge. It's an albatross on our neck. Once that is done, we will continue to engage Cocoa Board and then, of course, government to look at what are the best options, because not other stakeholders are also on the line, and so that together we comport ourselves not to veer into areas where the sensitivity of the market will pick the signals and then will suffer the consequences. When I say sensitivity of the market, is the terminal market. So again, let me repeat myself that with the challenge we have, we've moved cocoa, we've given cocoa to Cocoa Board. Cocoa Board and government should look for money and pay us so that we can settle the farmers' debt. And then afterwards, we can then engage. We are already engaging, but we'll deepen the engagement to address all the bottlenecks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Mr. Samuel Ademado, thank you very much for joining us. He is the president of the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana. And to all of you who called into the show, many thanks for joining us on the program. Also, before we go, just want to share with you some of the upcoming programs on Metro TV in terms of events that we're putting up. So on Valentine's Day, where cocoa is very important because it will be moved. It's now turned to chocolate and all that. So we need that. People, Fortune and Co should be buying chocolates for their partners and all that. So on 13th February, that is on Friday, a week today, we're having the Metro TV Campus Red Pool Party at the Bayview Village at Atomic Junction. So come, let's have fun. Come, let's have some good time with, last Lalid is coming through, and a few other acts will be joining us at the Bayview Village at Atomic Junction. It's 60 cities for single, and that is 100 Ghana cedis for couple. You get tickets at the gate here. So come around on Friday, Bayview Village. Let's have a good time. My name is Desmond Okrekudanso. Many thanks for joining us all through the week from Monday to now. Have a great weekend and catch you on Monday. Do enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.
Our school is built on a hill, Bepo Sohane Samoto.